Hey guys, it's TJ with Darpino Media, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about my favorite camera for shooting real estate in 2021. Okay, so first and foremost, it's gotta be the convenience. The Sony A7 III body combined with the 17 to 28 Tamron lens is just amazing. It's easily put into small bags, it's easy to put on a gimbal, it's just convenient to run around all day, especially anybody who's done this for a living. You know, convenience is king. We gotta be in and out of these places quick. Sometimes you have to get sellers out of the house. Sometimes the agent only has a brief window that they can be there. So being able to travel quick and light is absolutely a game changer. Number two has gotta be the battery life. Having these Sony Z batteries, you can get through 1, 2, or even 3 shoots in one day, depending on how long you're at each project. It's just nice to be able to rely on that battery. I carry 3 batteries with me at all times just because I'm that type of person that just likes to be overly prepared for anything. But really, at the most, I'll go through 2 batteries in a day, and that's a lot of shooting in a day. Most of the time, I only use one of these batteries, but I just have the 2 for extra backups. Number 3 is the actual image quality. I know everybody gets caught up in new specs and new gear and new everything, have to have the latest and greatest. Let's be honest, most people are posting this on their Instagram, on their Facebook, on their YouTube, and really 1080p is still more than enough to get you there. I tend to shoot in 60 frames per second, 1080p when I'm doing all of like the B-roll / house shots. If I'm doing like a walkthrough of the house with the agent and they're gonna be on the camera and they're talking, I'm definitely gonna be shooting in 4K 24 frames per second. And that image is absolutely gorgeous. It's still gorgeous. It's still one of the best 4K images that you can put out now. So next up is dynamic range. The dynamic range on the A7 III is awesome. If you shoot in S-Log2 or HLG3, you're gonna get all the dynamic range that you could want. I tend to shoot in HLG3 a lot more. I hardly ever use S-Log2 anymore. I find it to be just a little bit too finicky, and if you don't nail your exposure perfect, then you're kind of out of luck, really. There's not a whole lot of recovery that you can do with that profile just because of the 8-bit codec. But HLG3, I feel like you have plenty of wiggle room. You can kind of push it around, you know, if you mess up a little bit here and there. But yeah, HLG3 has done great for me so far. And finally, it's the ease of editing these files. I have to be very fast-paced with these projects, especially in a market that's going on right now. I don't know how it is in other markets, but here in the Baltimore area, homes are going fast. If I don't get these things up and ready to go, the home could be sold before I even get the thing edited. So we're looking at 24 hours, 48-hour turnarounds. I don't have time to be creating proxies and doing all that stuff, and I also do a lot of properties, so anything that can speed up my workflow is absolutely a lifesaver, and I recommend that you do the same. So something like the A7S III will probably be a better option to shoot real estate with, but with that comes a little bit of headaches. I don't personally know if maybe I could fit it into my workflow because I haven't shot with that camera yet and messed with it and see what kind of things that you can use. But from what I've heard, the files are really hard to edit with. They're very large and it bogs down your workflow, and I just don't have the patience nor the time to deal with a headache like that right now. I'd love to get my hands on one and see if maybe I can shoot with it and see if it fits in my workflow well, because it's an amazing camera. But shooting 4K 60, 4K 120, all that stuff is like, it's totally not needed. If you want it, absolutely, you should have it, because why not? But for now, the A7 III is still the king for me. I'm gonna stick with this and the 17 to 28 Tamron for quite some time now, until something else comes up that makes sense for me to upgrade into my workflow. Until then, this will be my baby. Well, if you did enjoy this video, please consider leaving a like, leaving a comment, connect with me. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Reach out to me, whatever you need to do. I'm open book, always. I'm always willing to help out. My goal is to bring a lot of content this year. So if you're interested in that, maybe you can subscribe and tag along for the ride. Until next time, see you guys.